Well, it all continues again this week in District 16 5A. Hi again, everybody. I'm Bill Coates with JT head coach Rickland Holmes. The Lions are 2-0 in the district. They beat the Lindale Eagles 30-20 this past Friday night on the road, and they're back on the road this week at Abe Martin Stadium and John Outlaw Field in Lufkin for district game number 3. That's a great old rivalry, Coach, and you were a part of it when you played at JT. You've been a part of it for a number of years coaching. Anytime you go to Abe Martin Stadium in Lufkin, it's going to be an interesting game.
Oh, most definitely. You just got to remember the battles that we used to have when it was District 12 5A.
Oh, yeah.
Coming down there to Lufkin, going down there to Lufkin, playing against that great quality team, it's going to be a great game come Friday.
Both of you are 2-0. The game's always a hot rivalry, even when the records don't reflect that.
That's right.
The record's reflected right now, so it's going to be a good game.
I guess that's why they picked it to be the game of the week for DQ. So, both of us are doing well as far as it goes with district play. They started out a little bit better than we did during the preseason, but right now we're both neck and neck in district play. So at the end of this game, somebody's going to be 2-1 and somebody's going to be 3-0.
You know, I remember seeing what they did in the second half against Robert E. Lee, so we know they're an explosive football. And
yes,
then they blew out White House this week.
Oh, most definitely. They're a very disciplined football team. A lot of athletes on the field for offense, defense, and special team. Great running the ball, playing great fundamentally sound defense, have a great defensive end, and he's raising havoc right now.
Rickland, you guys had a hard-fought win this past week. Lindale was as advertised. You said they were going to be a much improved football team. You gutted out a 30-20 win. We'll see the highlights in a moment, but wow, it was a tough game, wasn't it?
It was a tough game, and the kids showed a lot of heart. They showed a lot of effort. They made sure that they did everything right the second half that they didn't do right the first half. With the adjustments that we made at halftime, the kids carried it out well enough for us to win 30-20.
What did you not do well in the first half that you did well in the second half?
Just not completing plays like blocks and things of that nature on the offense side of the ball. And on the defense side of the ball, we just didn't line up right every time. And that's something that we made sure that we harped on in halftime and made sure that we made those necessary corrections going into the second half.
They were up 20-10 at the half, and you wound up winning 30-20. You had some big decisions to make. You had a 4th and goal at the 1-yard line, and you went ahead and went for it and worked out. Just talk about the mindset there.
Oh, man, this is 16 5A football right now, and these are all championship football games. So when you playing in a championship game, you got to make championship decisions. And I had a lot of trust and faith in my team at that time on the offense side of the ball, and they got the job done.
And it doesn't hurt to have big Pierre Leonard running the ball either.
Oh, no, most definitely. Got the little pit bull in the backfield.
Yeah, he's that kid has done so many different things for you. I mean, I think a lot of him, but he loves that kind of situation too, doesn't he? He likes to. He's got enough of an ego. He likes to be center stage every once in a while, doesn't he?
And every time we get within the 10, he's always going to be in Coach Blaylock's ear in the back. You can hear him saying, "Coach, I'm ready to go in. Coach, I'm ready to go in. Coach, I'm ready to go in." So Blaylock looked back at him. He said, "You ready to go in?" He said, "Yes, sir. Let's go." So.
Well, would you like to? You'd rather have a guy like that, wouldn't you?
Oh, most definitely. Most definitely. That's a load to try to stop, especially when you ain't got 1 yard to go.
You were talking about some of the unsung guys of the game. Of course, Bryson Smith had the big night and all that, but you mentioned before we went on a couple of kids that were kind of unsung that really stepped up. Talk about some of those.
Well, one was James Allen. You know, he won the Lionheart Award this week for the Lindale game.
And what does that mean? What is the Lionheart Award?
It's somebody who does not stat-wise deals, but something that they done great in the game to help us accomplish what we need to accomplish, which is the victory. And James had to step in at running back. You know, running back by committee. He was the running back for Friday night. Done a great job carrying the ball, came out the backfield, played wide receiver, caught some really good balls, caught one ball that, you know, catapulted us onto making a touchdown. He also made 2 key blocks down the field that sprung Bryson Smith on touchdown.
And then the other one you were talking about, Jesse Darden. I believe,
Jesse Darden, he came in second half and had to play outside backer for and had to replace Brandon Days. So he came out, he played well. He played well the first half of the season, but we've been using him more on offense. As you can see last week, he scored a touchdown, against White House. So we had to bring him back in on defense, and he done an exceptional job making the right reads, making secure tackles, and keeping Lindale off the football.
And on a stat line, of course, Bryson Smith, his development as a quarterback, he had another big night for you. Where's he at right now?
He's starting to be there. He's starting to be there. And that light was flickering at the beginning of the season, but now it's starting to get brighter and brighter and brighter. And as you can see with the plays that he made this week against Lindale, he's a special kid.
Well, as we know, playing quarterback at John Tyler, there's a lot of tradition, but B, if you master the position, you can go on and do great things. Greg Ward had another big day for the University of Houston on Saturday. And
Greg
they're
Ward
rolling
for
right
Heisman.
now. Yeah, I was going to say.
That's the deal right now. Greg Ward for Heisman, man. The kid is amazing. He's doing everything that he done at the high school level. He's just doing it on national TV now.
I keep telling people that playoff game you guys had 3 years ago against Geyer, Greg Ward's as good as Gerard Hurd. Now, I hope Gerard Hurd leads Texas to new heights.
Yeah.
Greg Ward is just as good as he is.
If not as good, he's better.
He may be better.
Yeah.
For my money, he's better.
For my money, he's better
Yeah,
too.
me too. Of course, we're a little biased, but
We are.
still. But
We are.
he was so smooth, and so Bryson is trying to emulate that. What do you? I mean, and he knows that. I've talked to him about it. He's well aware who's played this position,
Oh yeah,
so he
and
knows who
he knows. He knows exactly what kind of shoes he's trying to fill right now, and he's doing a great job with. He's taking it in stride. He's not letting it overwhelm him. And he's developing into the quarterback that the Lions are going to need.
All right, so let's roll. Let's go ahead and roll the tape. Again, it was a 30-20 final score on Friday night. Again, Lindale, a much improved team. They're a pretty good football team, weren't they, Rick?
With the success they had in the summer leading up into this season, you expected them to have what they did, what they're having, the type of success they're having this year. 30-plus seniors with a lot of experience. Those guys are geared to have a winning season.
Yeah, and they're kicking off to you here. Who returns this kick for?
This is going to be Michael Givens. He was our special teams player of the week this week. Had some great returns on kickoff against them on Friday. Hitting the hole, securing the ball, and not letting the one person tackle.
Right. Still see it's some daylight left when you open the ball game.
Yeah. And you're at a field that goes east and west and not north and south. So
you're looking into the sun part of the night then, aren't you, early on?
Yeah.
If you're going in a certain direction?
That's it.
There's an end zone look at the return.
Great blocking by the guys, too. Good deal. This is a great punt. The punter is developing, man. He's our all-around kicker, Devin Salzar. He does everything for us as far as kicking goes. And this punt right here set us up great, pinning them on the 1 yard line with their back against the wall. And now the defense just has to go out there and hold them and, hopefully either get a turnover or get them to punt it out the end zone.
And speaking of, tradition, the kid you had punting last year is now at Tyler Junior College.
He's doing a great job.
Yeah,
he's doing a great job for them. Old Sambo.
But now this is a very, very nice kick.
Yeah.
And your special teams, kids' presence of mind, they were down there, let it roll.
Get as much of it as you can.
Absolutely.
And that created a 3-and-out for us, and we got the ball back.
Pretty ball.
Great ball by Bryson to Katie Henderson.
Interviewed Kadarius last week for the radio pregame show. Big smile on his face.
Oh, most definitely.
I mean, he's just a great kid.
Very energetic kid. Been working hard, and as you can see him coming out the backfield because he was our star running back last week. Him coming out the backfield on this deal, running up the pipe, and Bryson putting it on the money and letting him get it.
Nice play. Great ball, though.
Yeah.
Really pretty ball.
Very good ball. Great ball right here to Dontavian Gross. I like the way Gross secured this ball and, gave him a window of opportunity to throw it, and Bryson put it there.
He had like 9 catches for 99 yards or something.
Yeah, I told him, one more yard, you have 100.
Yeah. Dun's a senior, so this is all.
And he's playing
good
exceptionally well, man.
Is this a design run or the zone read? What is this?
It was a zone read, and he pulled it.
Good block on the edge, too.
And then, as you can see with his athletic ability, he made 2 guys miss and got some big yardage out of it.
Watch the wide receiver here. Bang. Okay.
And that's James Allen.
Okay.
Making one of those key blocks.
Okay. So you're a Lionheart guy.
Yeah, he is.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you'll see it again. Again, the presence of mind to come back, make a clean block.
Make
right
a clean
here.
block.
Bang.
Good job.
Helps him get maybe 5 extra yards out of it,
That's it.
Stepping up.
Yeah.
Boy, it's good pocket presence too, wasn't it? Instead of looking to throw first instead of run first.
Like I say, he's a real quarterback, man. He's not one of those guys that's going to go off to another school and he's going to play something else. He's just like, like we said about Greg. Greg was a real quarterback.
Right.
He was a real quarterback.
So was
he's
Gio.
showing it right now.
Gio's
So is
a quarterback.
Gio.
Yeah.
He's a real quarterback. And this is a great catch right here by Dontavian Gross.
Everybody's
laying out.
Greg Ward, they kept saying, well, here's a field goal. Let's talk about that from Salas. There's a 40-yarder.
Yeah, like I said, the kicking phase of our team is coming along, and it's coming along because of the improvement of Devin Salazar.
Everybody kept saying, Greg Ward will be one really good slot receiver.
Yeah.
No, he won't. He's a quarterback.
He's gonna be a quarterback.
A heck of a quarterback.
Heck of a quarterback.
I mean, he could play slot receiver, and he did as a freshman some.
Yes, he did.
But he's just a quarterback. All right, this is an end zone look. That's a good ball there, too, isn't it?
And it has some room on it, too. So
Kicked it right to the band. All right.
this right here, Bryson's going to take off, and you're going to see his speed right here.
Another good block. Here's a block.
Yeah.
Oh, he's going all the way on this one.
He's going to take it to the end zone on this one.
Yeah, that was a 73-yard run. Watch this. First guy misses here. Block on the edge.
Yep.
Another guy misses.
Made them guys run into each other.
The rest of that you can't teach, right?
No, Coach, you can't teach all that. That's just something that was genetically.
The first 30 yards, maybe you teach that, but after that,
that's all Bryson Smith.
Those last 40 are just him being that quick and
the deal that's going to help Bryson out as far as being a real quarterback at the next level is he's a little bit taller than Greg is.
Okay.
And I think that was one thing that kept Greg from getting the attention that he needed and he deserved to get at the quarterback position because he's a little shorter.
I just think that's coaches at the college level just being lazy.
Yeah.
My own personal opinion.
Yeah. I must say I got to agree with that one.
I think they get lazy. They recruit off what they hear from, in my opinion, Rivals.com and play people like that sometimes. And
we don't talk about Rivals.com in my office.
Oh, really?
Very often.
Yeah, okay, good.
They don't. I don't think they give kids, not just my kids, but other kids, the attention that they need.
Totally agree. All right, here's who makes this defensive play here.
Right here, this is Brandon Dayton, them stringing it out, and then the inside guys coming and help out. Big Braylon and Pierre finishing them off.
The bear and the pit bull?
Yeah.
Did you come up with that or somebody else make that up?
I think I made that up.
Did you make that up?
I think I did.
Good. I like it. It's good.
I get a copyright on it before I graduate.
Braylon's still playing both ways. He's center and
he did. Matter of fact, towards the end of after halftime, we moved him from center to guard.
Okay.
We got our original center back, which Daquan Montgomery.
Nice.
He's coming off of injury. This is, again, Michael Givens, Washington, running the ball back. Like I say, he's doing a great job on the return for us, securing the ball. He's getting some great key blocks by the guys up front. And, anytime you start out on the other side of the 25, that's a great return for any special team.
Yeah, because he's a yard deep in the end zone.
Yard deep in the end zone.
So there's your 25. So everything else is gravy here, right?
Everything else is great. We're talking about starting on the 43 now.
That's 18 yards difference.
It's a good job.
And here's the end zone version.
Yeah, we noticed that, we was kind of sitting there playing with it a little bit, trying to see what they was going to do because they've been kicking it away from Dundee.
Yeah, I was going to say number one on the bottom, on the left is Dontavian Gross, and they're really kicking it away from him, right?
If I was game playing against us, I wouldn't kick it to him either.
But
now you got to worry about number 88 because he's doing a great job returning just like number 1 would.
Yeah, that's a good return.
So I expect a lot more pooch kicks coming at us the remainder of the season.
Back on defense.
It's a great job right here by DeQuaylon Kennedy.
Lindale's got one of the better running backs in the East Texas, Ryan Taylor.
Oh, most definitely. He's racking up the yards. He's a solid back, great speed, vision, tough runner.
And the quarterback's the coach's son. He's a smart kid, good football player, and so they got some weapons. But is this Taylor right here running the ball here?
Yes, this is Ryan running the ball.
And had a good year already. Not here though.
That was a good job by the defense right there, stringing that out, and Kennedy coming and filling it. Little jet sweep action by them, and we string it out, and Bryson Gibson uses his speed and makes a play to get us out the field.
Yeah, it's he's a dandy too.
Yeah. Great job.
If there's one position in John Tyler that's more renowned maybe than the quarterback position, is playing DB.
Playing DB at John Tyler High School.
Yeah.
We had some great DBs come through.
Yeah.
So
You've had a great tradition with defensive backs.
got some Super Bowl winners out of that deal right there. So
And running backs. Been a few pretty good couple of pretty good running
yeah,
backs.
you know,
through.
got a Hall of Famer in there.
Shoot,
Bryson using his speed again and making something happen.
I thought he was going to score on that one.
I thought he was going to score that one too. I said, you left a shoestring.
It's going to be the same play as earlier, you know.
That was shoestring tackle at the end. Great job getting to the edge. That was a great block. Looked like by, I want to say that was Josh Park. I'm going to see right here. As you can see now, we got James Allen in the backfield. So
Yeah, it's James, number 5.
running back has changed.
There you go.
Yep.
Yeah, that's it.
Great job by Josh Parker, one of the receivers,
Okay.
blocking at the edge.
And here's the touchdown.
Yeah.
Right? No,
Now,
not quite.
Put us on like the 1 or the 2. That's another diving catch by Gross, once again. He has one of the better hands on the team
Yep.
right now, as far as securing the ball and catching the ball. I mean, everybody know about Damian Miller, you know, because of what he brings to the table. But
He's a senior. He's got some experience. Bright lights don't bother him anymore,
Nope.
right? He knows what to do.
experience means a lot in football, man. You know, guys that done played on Friday, they have experience, and this is going to be a walk-in touchdown by Bryson.
But he sold me on the fake, that's for sure.
Yep, he got everybody.
Yeah, here's the end zone. Look at it. I mean, watch the fake here, because heck, if I'd been one of those guys in the blue jerseys, I'd have been chasing KD Henderson myself. It's KD in the game, right?
No, actually, it's James
That's
right
James
here.
Allen's
He's
number
going to be
5.
faking it to
Okay.
James.
Now, is this a call play?
It's here.
Or a zone read?
Well, he's reading it.
Yeah, okay,
He's
read that,
reading it
okay.
again.
All right. Again, it all added up to a 30-20 victory. And again, we didn't see it, but there was a 4th down play at the 1 yard line that gave you the lead in the game, right?
Yes.
You made that call, and then you came back, and they still have a chance. You still got to get a defensive stop because they're still a score away from regaining the lead. And I think you got an interception.
Got
did
an
you?
interception.
Yeah.
Bryson Gibson got the interception at the end, towards the end of the game that basically sealed the deal and brung us on the field, and we just went in victory formation and let the clock run out.
You know, we talked about those first 3 non-district games. You didn't win any of those, and you know, of course, the usual deal. Fans sitting back going, "Oh, what's wrong with the Lions? What's wrong with the Lions?" Well, you played those non-district games, those 3 tough non-district games, to get you ready for this.
That's right.
You were hoping to win them all.
Yeah, you're hoping to win.
You're hoping to win them.
Yeah.
But you didn't. The
That's what
fact
you
is you
practice for.
didn't.
You practice to win.
But the guys obviously learned something, because when district started, they were more than prepared, were they
Most
not?
definitely, most definitely, and that's what it's about. It's about the process, and anything that you do, not just in football but in life. And I try to tell my kids is, it's not going to always go in a straight and narrow line. Sometimes you're going to have to make a left and a right and another left, and then sometimes you end up making a full circle before you get to going in the direction
Right.
that you need to be going in. And that's what preseason was about. It's about getting us ready for money time, which is district play. And right now, we're sitting in a pretty good position in our district with a 2-0 record.
What have you done? Is there anything that you look at that you say, okay, we've done this better in these 2 district games as opposed to those 3 non-district games?
I think got just more to do with just being consistent in what we do, because, I mean, everything that we've been doing up to this point has always been the same. I put a little bit more pressure on the players and a lot more pressure on the coaches, you know, to continue to do that process and do it a little bit better than we have been doing it, because the game plan has been set. And we know exactly what we need to do, and we know how to do it. We just got to get better at doing it, and that's what we're doing now. We're getting better at doing what we need to do.
Did you clean up mistakes in this game that you had concerned you after that game against White House.
Oh, most definitely. Things that we done, the mistakes that we made against White House, we didn't make those mistakes against Lindale. And what we didn't do against Lindale that we did against White House, we made sure that we done everything that we need to do to not make sure that everything was repetitive.
You're at the mathematical midway point of the season. Now you're still early in district, only 2-0, but that 2-0 is better than 0-2. But you're at the mathematical midway point. So this stretch drive, if you will, these next 5 weeks, just talk about the grind that you go through week in and week out now over these last 5 games.
So what we got to do now, we got to get ready for Lufkin. We got to make sure that we're able to go down to Lufkin, Texas, and take care of business like we did the first 2 games. Because with a 3-0 record in our district, that pretty much is almost getting you close to solidifying a spot for a playoff position.
It's a 7-team district, so an 8-team district with 7 district games.
Yep.
So you probably need to win, what, 4 maybe?
Four to get you a lock in.
To get you a lock in. Do you remember any games in particular when you played or even coached in Lufkin that, just jump out at you as being, special that you were a part of?
Mud Bowl in Lufkin, raining hard.
When you played?
Yeah.
Okay.
Raining hard. I think it was my sophomore year.
Okay.
And we was down there, and it was a rough deal. And it kind of reminded me of, I want to say it was like 2 years before that when they played, and they had the man guy at running back at Lufkin. It was just a sloppy game, not because of the way we were playing, but because of the field was tore up, because they didn't have turf back then, they had grass. And I remember coming out of that game with mud still in my helmet and in my shoes, and remembering that game.
Did y'all win?
We did win that game.
Yeah.
It was a close game. I forgot the score, but it was a real close game. I remember it came down to a big play by Mickey Jones. Mickey Jones made a big play for us. They ended up helping us win that game.
Mickey was a pretty good player.
He
So,
was.
all those years, and you look back and you can even remember those now. So games like this, it's why I think guys play high school football.
Oh, most definitely, because back then it was 12-5A.
Right.
And now it's 16-5A, but we're still district opponents. We know each other very well. We've played against each other numerous times, and it's going to be a tough, fought-out game. That's going to be one of the DQ games of the week.
Yeah, I was going to say, talk about now, again, what that is that's a Fox Sports Southwest deal. Neil Beasley is the host, and they come in basically on Thursday. They'll be down there to get, focusing a lot on Lufkin since it's their home game, but they're also going to be up close and personal with you. Don't they even try to come in the locker room, hear your pregame speech and all that
most
stuff?
Definitely.
You going to let them do it?
We'll let them sit in the back with the cameras. And as long, like I told people with the cameras, I said, as long as y'all don't get in the way and interrupt what we normally got playing, it's totally fine with me.
But having said all that, the guys, are the players aware of that? Do they know that it is special
because
deal?
social media has pumped it up already.
Yeah.
So they've already saw the tweets and the Instagram and the Facebook posts and stuff.
But just to be a part of something like that, it indicates 2 things. It indicates that a pair of 2-0 football teams are playing, but they love rivalry games.
They love that, and this is a rivalry game.
And they generally go places where the schools have a little tradition.
They do.
And you guys, not just JT, we know about JT's tradition, but Lufkin has a little tradition.
Oh, yes, they do. They have a state championship up under their belt, too.
Yeah.
So they know what it's like to be at the top of the mountaintop, just like we do. And what they bring to the table is not something that just started. They've always been a traditional winning team. They've always made some great playoff runs, and like I said, they got a state championship to boot. So teams like them and teams like us, we're going to battle week in and week out. And be everybody's Super Bowl game.
Yeah, of course, I saw them play when they played Robert E. Lee, and Lee had a big lead on those guys, and they came back and won that football game. So we know they've got weapons. What kind of weapons do they have?
Offensively, their skilled guys are phenomenal. They got a great running back. Offensive line is big, and they're blocking tough and hard. Quarterback play is better to me this year than it was last year. And then on the defensive side of the ball, they got a man-child at defensive end, number 94. So
I'm trying to remember that kid's name.
I don't remember
And
the
I
name.
can't
I just
remember
know
his
his
name
number.
because I know he was all over the field when they played Robert E. Lee,
Yeah.
and I remember seeing him last year.
And he's a phenomenal player, and he does a great job.
Being recruited by everybody,
Yes.
I think, right?
He does a great job at the edge, causing havoc, whether it's pass rush or against the run game. And they got 2 interior guys that's doing a great job too. Linebacker players picked up, and their secondary is very athletic. So, it's known to have a Lufkin secondary that's going to be able to cover.
And again, Coach Todd Quick was John Outlaw's defensive coordinator there for many years, so they've had continuity too in their coaching staff, right?
Yeah, nothing has changed.
Same stuff,
Lufkin.
right?
Yeah, nothing has changed at Lufkin. They're still the Panthers. They still wear purple.
It's a little bit like Longview, right? I mean, they've had that continuity over the years that you kind of know
Exactly
sort of what
you're gonna get.
It's not a matter of not knowing; it's a matter of stopping and doing something about it, right?
That's it.
And as I recall, always down there, it's all about. Obviously, from an athletic point of view, you're going to match up with those guys. This is a game about fewest penalties, fewest mistakes, right?
Yep. Because whoever makes the most mistakes, that means the opposite team going to capitalize on it.
Yeah.
So hopefully they make way more mistakes than we do, and we get to capitalize on them.
Rick, what about injuries? I know you talk to me about you had one.
We got one major injury right now, and that's the Corian Blaylock. He's probably going to be out maybe 2 to 3 weeks with a knee injury. A play that happened against Lindale where he got hit late. He was a deep snapper at the time, and he kind of got hit late and got caught up under some people and hurt his knee a little bit. But it's not a season injury, not a season-ending injury. So we're gonna keep his brace on for a little while, get him into some rehab, and get him back.
Now he's also your backup defensive end too.
He
isn't he?
is, and he's been playing. He's been doing a great job for us.
Been playing a lot, right?
Yeah. Also, he's been our right tackle on offense.
Okay.
So we gonna be missing him there, but we got some guys that's gonna be able to step in, be able to take his place until he gets back.
And the deep snapper thing, that's something you don't think about until you don't have one of those. Who's going to be the deep snapper?
Actually, our deep snapper right now is our backup quarterback, Jamar Cuba.
Okay.
He does a great job getting it back there and getting it back there on time. So he has a niche besides throwing the ball.
I've told my own son, I said, learn to deep snap. You get a college scholarship out of that.
That's it. That's a high commodity, man. You got to have somebody to zip it back there on time and not just all over the place.
Because the problem is if you don't have one and you make a mistake, they can get you beat.
Get you beat bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So just kind of put this thing in perspective as we kind of wind things down. 2-0 against 2-0, rivalry game, statewide attention coming this week, but more importantly, this is the district. And, both of you are undefeated. So just kind of put all this in perspective for us this week.
Well, this game is about District 16 5A, 2 undefeated teams going against each other, because at the end of the day, one of us got to be 2-1, the other one got to be 3-0. If we play the way we're supposed to play, like we need to play, like we've been coached to play, like we practice to play, we should be 3-0 at the end of this game. But, a football game has to be played within 4 quarters. And sometimes the first half isn't as good as the second half, and sometimes the first half is way better than the second half.
Yeah.
So we got to make sure we put all 4 quarters together against Lufkin, because they're going to try to put all 4 quarters together against us.
0-3 seems like a distant memory now, doesn't it?
It does.
Yeah.
It does. And the kids understand the process.
Right.
They understand exactly what we've been doing. Now they have that experience under their belt because we were a young team.
Right.
Very talented, but we were young. And guys are understanding that the deals that have been going on in practice with the coaches getting on to the players about certain situations, this is why.
Well, that why, of course, is district play and winning these district games. And again, the Lions are on the road this week. John Outlaw Field at Abe Martin Stadium in Lufkin. Just take Highway 69 south and don't get off. It turns into the loop in Lufkin. You just keep following it around and you'll run right into the stadium. Can't miss it and don't miss it. Again, it's 7:30 on Friday night in Lufkin. The Lions and the Lufkin Panthers, a great old rivalry renewed, both 2-0 in the district, and Coach Holmes and the Lions need and deserve your support on Friday night in Lufkin. For JT, I'm Bill Coates. Thanks for joining us.